Who was God before creation? In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. But what was there before the beginning? What if I told you that before time, before space, even before existence itself, there was already a presence that filled everything? From the most brilliant mind to the humblest believer, everyone is asked a question that seems impossible to answer. Where does God come from? Religions claim that God is eternal, without beginning or end. Science, although limited in this field, has explored the concept of time and the universe. But it cannot solve the enigma of an existence that had no beginning. So if God was not created, if he did not emerge from something greater, how does he exist? This is where everything becomes even more puzzling, because the question itself could be wrong. Perhaps the reason we don't find an answer is because God doesn't fit into our limited conceptions of beginning and end. Imagine a line with no beginning or end. Try to visualize it, but your mind will search for a point of origin. That's because we are trapped in time. God, on the other hand, is not. He is the creator of time. He transcends it. There is no before God because he has always been. The Bible says it clearly. Before the mountains were born, or before you had formed the earth and the world, from everlasting to everlasting, you are God. Psalm 90:2. If God is not subject to time, he doesn't need a beginning. He is the uncaused cause, the unmoved mover that the philosophers spoke of. Even physics gives us clues to this mystery. Einstein's theory of relativity shows that time is another dimension of the universe. If God created the universe, he also created time. This means that God does not depend on time to exist. Some scientists theorize about dimensions higher than ours, where time doesn't work as we understand it. Is it possible that God exists in a reality we cannot comprehend? Many argue that the human mind can never fully grasp the concept of eternity. We are creatures with a beginning and an end, caught in the flow of time. But if we could view it from God's perspective, we would see that time is only an illusion compared to eternity. If God had an origin, it would mean there was something before him. But if there was something before, then that would be God instead. This would lead us to an infinite chain of causes without a first cause. But everything points to the fact that that first cause does exist, and it is him. This concept was explored by the philosopher Thomas Aquinas in his cosmological argument. Everything that exists has a cause. There cannot be an infinite chain of causes. There must be a first cause without an origin, God. The Bible tells us that God is spirit and is not limited by space. This means that God does not need a place to exist, he simply is. When Moses asked God his name, he replied, "I am who I am." Exodus 3:14. This is the greatest mystery. God simply is. There is no before because he is the beginning of everything. There is no where because he is everywhere.